This is your daily horoscope for Saturday, April 12th, 2025. All times are Pacific Standard Time. The main characters of the day are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. The action starts out around 6 a.m. when the moon in Libra forms a trine with Jupiter in Gemini. Jupiter is a planet of support and abundance, and the moon represents your inner world. So when they come together in a gentle and supportive way, this actually is a wonderful way to start out your day. Maybe you wake up feeling positive, or you have a bright idea, or you receive news or a text message from someone meaningful, or you're just feeling like you are moving in the right direction and you're feeling supported in that process. You're going to want to make the most of that energy because around 9 a.m., the sun in Aries is forming a conjunction with Chiron in Aries. Chiron represents our deepest wounds, our pains, and our healing journey. It is kind of the triggers and trauma and pain that we carry with us throughout our whole lives that we are always reflecting on and interacting with and evolving. And this is going to be a Chiron Cazimi, which means Chiron is sitting in the heart of the sun. They are at the same exact point in the sky. And this marks a moment of rebirth. So this can actually be a really powerful time for illuminating conversations about your healing journey, but it could also bring up triggering topics as well. In general, this really is a powerful time to be raw, vulnerable, honest, and open, and allowing yourself to feel some of those deep feelings or reflect on your past patterns and pain can ultimately spark a cathartic breakthrough. Now, this planetary connection is super important today because we have the full moon in Libra taking place at 5 p.m. And it's going to be baked into that full moon. So full moon in Libras are all about relationships, our one-on-one relationships, contracts, commitments, and they bring a big turning point or a moment of climax, right? So either you are setting a boundary, you are ready to discuss the future. Maybe you have to renegotiate your dynamic and kind of embrace confrontation. Remember that the sun is in Aries, so this can be a powerful time to advocate for yourself, to stand up for your needs, especially if you've been veering into people-pleasing territory. Libra is also the zodiac sign associated with the scales and justice. And this is going to be a very important time to embody your values, embody your beliefs, and to stand up for what is right and just in the world. This full moon is taking place at 23 degrees. So if you have any planets or placements around 23 degrees of Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn, you're going to feel the effects of this the most intensely. And this is also taking place in the third decan of Libra, which is associated with the Four of Swords in the tarot. The Four of Swords is all about pausing, resting, slowing down. And what I think is so fascinating about this full moon in particular is that on the same day, right after the full moon, Venus retrograde ends in Pisces. Every zodiac sign has a planet that rules it, and Libra's ruling planet is Venus. So the fact that the planet that is ruling this full moon is switching directions in the sky marks a significant turning point both in your personal lives and on the collective level. So this could be a turning point in your close relationships, in any contracts or agreements that you're a part of, or any ongoing commitments or obligations that you have in your life. Now, Venus retrograde is going to end around 6 p.m. at 24 degrees of Pisces. So if you have any planets or placements around 24 degrees of the mutable signs, that is Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces, you're going to feel the effects of that station the most intensely. And even though Venus retrograde is ending, it doesn't mean that poof, all of your problems are solved. So I think we can really take some wisdom from the Four of Swords. This is a moment for pause. This is a moment for reflection. You don't have to make that decision right away. You might need to reflect longer before you make any important decisions about your relationships, contracts, and commitments moving forward. but you sure are going to get some clues about how you want to move forward under this full moon. This full moon is wonderful for channeling your energy and your rage into making a difference. And I would love to just elevate and recommend downloading the 5 Calls app to contact your representatives. It gives you the phone numbers, it gives you scripts, everything you need to know. All you have to do is input your zip code and it auto-populates. We have disabled lives that are at risk. We have trans lives that are at risk. We have people of the global majority who live in this country who are at risk. We have freedom of speech at risk. There is so much on the line, and there are so many reasons to speak up. Let's not forget the ongoing genocide in Palestine, in Sudan, in Congo, and the role that the U.S. plays in the destruction of those countries and the people. Our voices matter, your voice matters, and every phone call, every email, every letter, every post you share makes a difference. If you want to know how this planetary energy is going to affect your zodiac sign or your rising sign, you can tune into my podcast, Daily Horoscope for Your Zodiac Sign with Stephanie Campos. Thanks so much and see you tomorrow.